Hey everybody, it's Rob Doherty again, and with me I got a buddy of mine, Glenn Smith. Glenn and his better half Shannon have a channel called Glenn and Shannon's Salty Life. Glenn is from my neck of the woods, but him and Shannon have been down here on the Mississippi Gulf Coast for about the last dozen years, and we found a spot where we're going to try to catch some crabs back in Gulfport. So this is some low salinity water, and hopefully that's going to be the goal for us to catch some crabs today. What you say, Glenn?
Good chance of it. I mean, we've got a little inlet over here that's full of grass they like to live in. We got another one back over here that's full of grass. We're kind of here in the middle of it.
Well,
so they should
stuck in the middle with them.
Right.
All right, folks, so let's see what we can do. Having said that, Glenn has already got the first crab of the day, and all he has to do is lead it into this hole. Oh, look at there. Look at there. Come on in here.
Oh, slight miscalculation. Oh, well. It's fishing, not catching.
All right, so with these 2-ring traps, I had some string that I used to tie, but I found it's just so much quicker to use a zip tie to hold this chicken in here. Oh, Glenn's got another one. I see him going for the net already. That's gonna hold that in there just right. Come saw. Snip that off. And we'll have one just dropped right here at the pier. And then I'm coming, Glenn, to help you, brother. Here you go.
Hold on here.
Here you go. Oh.
It did it. It's deeper than I thought it was.
There you go. There he is.
There he is. Yeah. It's a stretch.
Oh. Here's your turkey neck. Little male.
Is he 5 inches?
I don't know. I think he is. Little male crab. You can tell he's a male if you look at the bottom. Looks like a rocket ship down there on the bottom. Female's got her a triangle. Cutway that goes through there where that first bridge is, that drawbridge like deal. That's Gulfport Lake back there, right?
Way back up here.
Yeah, Gulfport Lake back by the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fished all this area in some tournaments back in the day when I was fishing tournaments down here. Yeah, I should have done. Glenn has got it figured out. If you look at, show what Glenn's doing. He's just got a rod and reel. He doesn't have a hook on it. He's just got his turkey neck or chicken neck tied to it. And he just sits there and watches that rod tip to tell him when that crab's on there. I need to do that instead of throwing string the next time, don't I, Glenn?
Well, it's not working any better for me right now than what it is.
Well, I don't know. You got a crab in the box and I don't. I don't.
Being in the right place at the right time.
That's right. Put the food in front of the prey you're trying to get. I think I might be. Well, wait a second now.
Got a little weight on it?
It's a little heavier than normal. Yeah, it's swimming. Or I'm dragging the bottom. Go ahead and drop that down in there. Oh, he let go.
Did
he? Yeah. Hold on, let me just
right
sit
there.
it down.
Yeah, leave it right there. He'll come back to it.
3 weeks ago.
You ready, Glenn, with that net?
I gave up on fishing.
Oh.
Because we were pulling
Don't you let go.
Probably 4 dozen down here.
He ain't gonna let go.
Started boiling.
Yeah.
And we had the pavilion smelling so good that everybody started bringing their crabs over to boil too. We wound up with probably 20, 25 people that we just absolutely did not know and had the best community little crab boil that you ever did.
Dude, that's what it's
awesome.
all about right there, man.
It was right on, man.
What's your name?
John.
John, can we use you on the footage?
Sure.
Okay.
No problem, man. You know?
John is he became the community crab boiler over here.
Well, actually Ben was the one who boiled all the crabs. He was so busy on the pot, he didn't even get to fish.
There you go.
All righty then. That's a good one too, man. No measuring for him.
That's a little rusty on the belly.
Another male?
Huh?
Another male?
Yeah, it's male. All right. Thank you for the assist.
Yeah.
Oh, he's in there now.
Yeah, dadgummit. Here's the tongs, though.
Okay.
There we go.
See how he's rusty?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That should be full of meat. You know, the thing is, it ain't just the money that he spent on that boat. It's the money he spends on that fuel for those twin outboards back there. He best really want to go out front.
Mm-hmm. And you see guys down here with quads. That's $1,000 every time you crank that boat up.
Well, you know, those crabbers up in the Chesapeake Bay in Maryland, he says it cost him $2,000 to start up just to go run his traps. So he doesn't want to put his traps out until he knows he's going to catch crab. Ain't nobody getting nothing over here. Lord, I apologize, he says. Well, at least he did apologize.
Yeah. Yeah. That's more than you'll ever hear out of a jet skier.
Oh, yeah. Well, a jet skier doesn't put quite as much of a footprint as he does.
Well, 3 knuckleheads, like a grown man and 2 grown women, were out in the middle of the channel just making circles on their jet skis. Of course, kicking up a wake, us trying to get a boat back on a trailer. It's like, oh, good gosh.
Oh yeah, they circle around to get that wake in the middle so they can jump on it. Yeah, that's irritating as heck. Now,
Right
do
there by the
you
boat
ever
launch.
do like I do? I like going to boat launches and watching the weekend warriors that put their boats in the water like in the summer for a few weekends every summer.
We could have made some of those reels ourselves.
Oh yeah, look, I used to go there and park my gator and get me a 6-pack of beer, and I put a sign up. We'll back your boat for you for $5.
Bad thing about mine is it just doesn't steer very well. So getting it off, I can get in the water easy. It's just getting it back on the trailer.
Right.
That's the problem.
And depending on the wind and the current, you know, a lot of people don't think about that. I'm dealing with lake. You know, you're dealing with current when you're trying to, or tide, if you will, which is current. Now he's got a real light footprint, so that's not going to do too much stirring up. But it sure is making some racket and might irritate the fish.
We got a little bait slick right here in front of us.
Try and catch some crabs. Said, don't go buying no seafood, Mama. Daddy's coming home with the crabs. It's an old blues song. Ain't nothing on this one either. Crabs.
Crab.
Oh yeah, he's got the same thing. But you see, the thing is, he can watch the tip of that rod and he knows when he's got a crab on there. I got that string, I just got a feel for it. He's got it figured out. He's got it going on. He's the real deal. I'm the redneck from Hattiesburg down here trying to do this. He knows what's going on. De nada. Here, we'll get a shot where you can see when I lift it up and you'll see there's nothing in here. Ooh, look. Nothing. Is that the guy trying to clean his boat out?
Yeah. Wonder where he sucked mud at. You think? I mean, if you stay in the channels down here, you're not going to suck any mud.
Man, this looks like Paul B. Johnson.
Oh, it's see that boat? There's a boat launch right there at Captain Al's,
Yeah.
where that marina is.
Look at there.
Look out! Look out!
Look at
out,
him.
Look out!
Come on. You got...
You got a crab?
That ain't no crab.
That ain't no crab.
I'm going to help you land him. You got some? Time to eat. He got supper. It is a crab.
Oh, I just walked right in front of the camera. I'm sorry.
What big crab? I'm gonna give it away. Huh?
Wow.
You don't want it?
There. Come here. I'm just
Here, I
going to
got
herd you on over here until I can get to my tongs.
Here, I got some tongs. Hold on here.
Oh, he's got me now.
Yeah, okay.
And I got him.
I did too, man. I did too.
The way that rod was bowed over, I thought you was hooked up on a fish. You had my heart racing.
Yeah, after my whole race, I thought I had me a damn shot on that. My name's Zay.
Zay?
Yep.
Zay, I'm Rob.
How you doing, Mr. Rob?
I'm better than some, I ain't as good as others. And I ain't no mister. Mister, you call me mister, I'm looking behind me for my daddy.
Oh, okay. Hi, Rob.
Got him.
There we go.
Yeah, that's a nice one. That's two of them.
Are you shitting me?
No, look.
It is two of them. No wonder it was so heavy. One of them ain't gonna be big enough.
One of them ain't big enough, but that big male is.
Yeah.
But that little female, oh, he might be trying to make a. He ain't got it open, but he found him. That she's a virgin. She's got that straight up triangle. That means she's never been bred. If she's been bred, it's more of a circular. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cock blocking the crabs.
Crabus interruptus.
He's like, dude.
You worse than Lamar County Sheriff's
I
Department.
swear.
Let go. Why are
Hey,
you doing this to me?
There we go. If he'd let go of that little one anyway. There we go. There we go.
And back into the drink we go with her. You're going to have to find you another stud.
You might just dump her out.
I am. Back into the drink. Anything under 5 inches and Look, not even if it's just under 5 inches. If it's a female that's never been bred, that's the future of crabbing. We're putting her back. He's gonna fall through the. He's gonna fall through the webbing.
Oh, that's a baby.
Yep.
He can get through the net.
I like eating those things too much to feed them to a damn crab, you know? But yeah, they'd probably work
Well,
good.
I eat drumsticks.
Yeah,
And you
that's
see,
true.
I'm feeding them to
Yeah.
a crab, but
Yeah.
you get more wings in a pack than you do drums. But like I said, the drums are because it's easy to put in this in these baskets. But I'm about to hell with them baskets. That ain't got nothing on it. They're little over here.
Yeah.
I think that's that same one.
It may
He,
be.
he
It
said,
very
all
well
right, I'm
may.
going to go to this one.
It very well may be, man.
The nursery over here.
All right, folks, we're about to run out of battery. So this is going to be the end of the video and of this part. But like I said, Glenn, thank you so much for
Yeah.
bringing me out here and showing me how to catch this. And look, I have learned, don't try to use the lines and hand line them. If you want to catch the crabs, use the rod and reels. You're going to get them. So you taught me something. That's what that salty life's
It's
all about.
all about learning myself, too.
Man,
So,
look, and I appreciate you. And look, we're going to make sure that we put your YouTube channel in the description of this video. So everybody that's watching this, y'all need to check out Glenn and Shannon. Okay, folks, I've done this once before, so this is going to be an abbreviated version. We're boiling the crabs that we caught yesterday. Glenn and I caught yesterday in Gulfport, Mississippi. And to set up the crab boil, I've gone ahead and sous chefed everything ahead of time. One of the first things I want to do is I get my water right. And you know I boil, I don't steam. So one of the first things I'm going to do is I've got 3 heads of garlic, 3 whole heads. I'm just going to go ahead and put those in. So the way I do my onions is I take the top of the head off and I quarter them up like this. That onion juice is going to get all in that water. So I'm putting in 3 onions. I just put 1 in and I just put the other 2. I have 8 lemons here that I've cut up. You don't have to squeeze the lemons in the water. You don't have to do all that. Once you get this water rolling with a boil, it's going to take all that lemon juice into that water as well. So these are 8 cut up lemons. And I've got my pot set at probably about 14 gallons of water. These are 3 bell peppers that I took most of the seeds out and I cut them up to where I got a lot of the white out, but you're not that worried about it. You're just trying to get the flavor in the water. Then I'm going to add 16 ounces of liquid crab boil. And then, you know, if you read the label on crab boil, it says you need to add salt. Well, the primary ingredient in this powdered crab boil is salt. Because these are crab, I'm only going to do half of it. And because my water level is not as high as I do for crawfish. That's good. Come saw. All right. So now what I'm going to do is these are the potatoes I'm going to put in there. The pomme de terre. And these are little bitty baby potatoes. I like doing these. If I can find these when I'm doing a crab boil or a crawfish boil, I like finding those little bitty potatoes. So I'm putting that in the bottom of the pot because potatoes take longer to cook than any of the other vegetables. The only other vegetables I put in when I'm doing a crab boil is towards when I go to put the crabs in, I'll also put in some mushrooms. And when I bring that water back up to a boil, I will, that's when I'll watch it for 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, because they're crab, they're bigger than crawfish, I boil them for 5 minutes. Once they've boiled for 5 minutes, I go ahead and shut my water down, shut the fire off, and I use that hose like you've seen me do on crawfish before. I use the hose to cool the pot. I throw corn in before I cool the pot with a water hose and let the corn kind of steam and soak into that water. And I don't bag up the crabs. Everything just goes in the basket. I'll pull the whole basket out, and at the end of the ball, I'll be pulling the crabs out and putting them in one tray, and I'll put all the veggies in another tray, and we're good to eat in a single pot. Now it's time to get some fire under this thing. I get a good rolling boil under that thing like that, it won't take long for it to come to a boil. Okay, that is going to be a rolling boil on that pot. So now I'm about to come in. Pull off that lid. Sit yourself right there on my seat. Now that boil's still going, but I'm going to go ahead and add my mushrooms. Now I'm going to add the crabs into the mix. Let's see, that should slow that boil down. I left it rolling pretty good while I was loading up the crabs. So it might surprise me and come back to a better boil here in a sec. We'll see. Yeah, I'm going to say that's a good rolling boil. Alright, so I'm going to start my timer for 5 minutes. Alright, we have reached that 5-minute mark. Woo-wee, now I ain't got to holler at y'all. We have reached that 5-minute mark, and like I said, I'm going to add my corn now, and then I'm going to cool the sides of that pot. Corn's in. Whoo! Lid's still hot. Lid's still hot. Now I got to cool that pot. What I'm trying to do is stop the boil so the crabs and the corn and the mushrooms, they all sink down in that water and soak up all that spice I got on them. So I'm going to do this with a fog pattern. That's a fog. And all I'm doing is circling the pot until when I circle and get to the other side of the pot, the water has not evaporated off. And what that'll do is stop that boil, let those crabs sink down in there, and draw up those spices. Now this process can take 3 to 5 minutes. You see how quickly this water is evaporating off this pot as I spray it? That evaporation is what's making the sides cool down. Now I'm going to get over here, turn this camera off, and start my timer. And we're going to go for about, because I spent, I don't know, maybe a couple of minutes cooling the pot, I'm going to set my timer for about 25 minutes and take a look at them then. So this is the good time. This is the time when, if you're doing a big ball, you got a bunch of folks. I only had, I don't know, 17, 18 crabs in there. you got more people around here. So this is where you sit down and talk and swap lies and tell jokes. For me right now, sorry again for the monolithic look. My camera guy is actually at work, so y'all are sitting on a tripod and listening to me while I sit here and watch these crabs soak. The timer's going on the phone. When that timer goes off, I know it's time to pull that basket. I won't have to check the potatoes on this batch like I did on the crawfish. Those little bitty potatoes will absolutely be done after bringing them up to a boil, letting them boil with the crabs for 5 minutes, and then shutting them down and letting them soak. They're gonna be done because they're so small. They're about the size of a wild plum. So they're going to be done. Mushrooms are going to be done. Corn's going to be done. So I know as soon as that timer goes off, I can pull this pot and tray up my crabs on one tray and my veggies on another tray and take them into the house and serve up crab. Now, having said all that, I'd like for y'all to check out Glenn and Shannon's Salty Life. And again, Ryan, make sure you put in the description a link to their channel. And I'd like for y'all, if you would, if you have it in your heart, go ahead and mash that subscribe button to them. They're just getting started. They're doing short format, but we had a pretty good discussion about all the content that he's got being down there on the Gulf Coast and having a center console boat that he can go out and having a family that mans an oyster reef. So, I mean, he's got content that I think y'all would enjoy. We just got to get it filmed, and he needs to figure out an editing suite that will work for him so that he can make some longer form content. Check him out, Glenn and Shannon's Salty Life. And hey, while we're talking, make sure, go ahead and mash that subscribe button if you hadn't subscribed to this channel. There are other videos. This channel has 3 playlists. It has Rob Reacts, where I react to other people's videos. It's got Fat Daddy Eats, which is what you're watching right here, with me cooking Southern style recipes. And then it has a wildlife playlist where you see some of the animals that I encounter at work. And I do some handling and explaining some of these different reptiles that we deal with in South Mississippi. These crabs had had enough time in that water. It's time for them to come out and see the glory of the world, reborn into beautiful, delicious table fare. From Gulfport, Mississippi, to the ice chest, to the house, a little bit further north, to the pot. Now, when you go down there and you're catching these crabs, it's a grab bag. You just got to measure and make sure they're all 5 inches point to point. Alright, now I got all the crabs into one pan, and all I got to do is put my handy dandy gloves on so I can handle this basket. And there's a meal. Oh, look at there. I got some crab. Some of them dropped their claws in there. Some of them done dropped those claws. I thought I had them cool enough. Okay. And I guess all there is to do now is to go in there and eat. Aye. Folks, again, don't forget, mash that subscribe button. Mash that like button if you like this video. Check out some of my other cooking videos. I think you'll like them. Alright, so we're in the kitchen. Mom's not going to get on film because she has got into her night clothes. This is her Mother's Day gift. The shrimp picker that she is going to enjoy the heck out of some good Mississippi Gulf Coast seafood, complete with blue crabs that are orange, potatoes, mushrooms, onions, and the rest they'll wade through all that I use for seasoning. So bon appetit from South Mississippi. Hope y'all enjoyed this video.